stock in the company or something. And emphasizing the fact that studies are beginning to indicate that maybe in certain age groups, you've got people that are using Red Bull as a substitute for coffee. I don't know what's in Red Bull, never haven't tried it. From what I read and what the news media is telling us, there's a high percentage of caffeine in it. And I don't know what the price of the Red Bull is, but I'll bet you, a couple of cups of coffee don't cost, unless you're Starbucks, don't cost near as much as Red Bull. As I said, I've never tried this stuff. So, whatever. The big thing that you're leading up to there, and your question in here is, Red Bull and being a substitute for coffee. So, question 18, energy drinks and coffee. Energy drinks and coffee are what? They're substitutes. They're like margarine and butter. But energy drinks and coffee are substitutes, or could be substitutes, because you have people using it for that. Number 19 is define market demand. I'll draw you a picture of market demand. Nothing in the world, but now let me give you the exact verbiage in here so you don't botch it up. Market demand is the demand by all the consumers. A, B, C, da. Demand by all the consumers of a given good or service. That gives you the market demand. Most books will draw you a little picture like this and say it's the horizontal summation of all of them. It's the same thing. You're getting everybody together in there, you put them all together, you're going to have a demand. One of the things that some of your really old books will say, well, if you do this, you will find that the demand curve for the market is flatter. It is more elastic. Just something in case you run across it. Number 20, what is the law of demand? Be sure you know the law of demand as is stated in our textbook here. A shift of the demand curve. A shift of the demand curve to the right indicates what? It indicates that the demand has increased. Now, what you want to watch for on this one is the demand versus the quantity demanded. Remember, quantity demand is driven by price. The curve doesn't move. But if you move the curve, you shift it out to the right, you mean the demand has increased. 22, define income effect. Income effect. The income effect, okay. It refers to the impact of a change in the price of a good. The impact of a change in the price of a good on a consumer's purchasing power. Income effect refers to the impact of a change in the price of a good on a consumer's purchasing power. We'll see more of it later on when we get into pricing and so forth. But what you're doing here is saying, all right, if you raise the price of a good, it has the same impact on me of you lowered my income. Why? Because my purchasing power is less. You raise the price of beer, I can buy less beer. This means that even though I'm making the same amount of money, the income effect is I can't buy as much. My purchasing power is less. There's more on this thing about income effect later on in here when we get into pricing, and specifically when you get into your pricing theory stuff. You can see what's in there. That's all in the heck it is. 23. Use this thing because it works a lot better than an eraser. The supply curve for watches, shows what relationship? Shows what relationship? Answer, the relationship between the price of watches and the quantity of watches supplied. Which two things are we showing a relationship between? The price of watches and the quantity of watches supplied. 24. Describe equilibrium in a market. Answer, at equilibrium, oh, this is a no-brainer. At equilibrium, quantity demanded equals quantity supplied. No kidding. No kidding. Right with these two letters. Okay, 25, which is the last one in here. We've got to draw you a little diagram. We can use this one right here. Cleaner so you can see it. The model sets up here with the market price being $20. Now, if the price goes down to $10, and that's all it says, if the price is $10. Okay, your answer is there would be a shortage. There would be a shortage of 600 units, because your demand, because of the low price, your demand has gone all the way up to 800, but the supplier's only giving 200, 800 minus 200, which is 600 shortage. Shortage of 600 units. Like I told you, the math in this course is gonna be so simple, you can do it without even taking your shoes off. Piece of cake. Okay, that gets us to number 3. Get started on number 4 here.